Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Hold on now. Wait a minute, fellas. Wait a minute. I think it goes something like this. Whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can somebody take these burdens off of me? Off of me. Can somebody take these burdens off of me? Off of me. Cause every time I turn around, there's something trying to keep me down. Can somebody take these burdens off of me? Off of me. Whoa, can somebody take these burdens off of me? Off of me. Can somebody take these burdens off of me? Off of me. When I look up, don't you know, burdens knocking at my door. So won't you come and take these burdens off of me? Off of me. Oh, come and take these burdens off of me. Off of me. Somebody come and take these burdens off of me. Off of me. Soon as I get up off the ground, my burdens knock me right back down. Can somebody take these burdens off of me? Off of me. Somebody take these burdens off of me, off of me. Somebody take these burdens off of me, off of me. Somebody take these burdens off of me, off of me. Well, off of me, off of me. Oh, off of me, off of me. Well, off of me, off of me. Get them off of me, off of me. Come and break the chain. Come and break the chain. Off of me. Get it off of me. Off of me. Get it off of me. Off of me. I need somebody. I need somebody. I need somebody. I need somebody to get this burden. To get this burden. Can somebody take these burdens off of me?
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. So this morning, as you can see, I'm an early riser, and I wanted to get this transcript reading to you from yesterday's court session. I decided to read Jane's direct examination so you guys could get a whiff of what happened yesterday. So I did not know how long it's going to be, so I decided to get up early this morning and get it to you guys. So you guys are going to be one of the first ones to hear the transcript this morning. All right, let me go ahead and pull it up, and this is going to be Jane's direct examination on the witness stand during this trial. Let me just go ahead and pull it up. Let me say good morning to folks. Let me mind my manners. I apologize. Hold on. Let me say good morning to everybody in the chat. Hold on. Good morning, Kimberly. Good morning, 313. Good morning, Bree. Good morning, Rob. Good morning, Regina. Good morning, Carolyn. Let's see. Okay, I think that's it. Good morning, Miss Fat. The roosters are still asleep. You know how it is, yeah, Miss Fat. You know how it is. Hold on. All right, I have to drink my water early in the morning. Y'all want to see my face? Hold on, let's see my face. Good morning. Good morning. See, I just got my PJs on. Good morning. Good morning. I'm sitting up. Hey, Unique Thought. All right, let me go put my camera off. All right, y'all. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Is anybody else came in? Okay. I beat the bird and the worm, Miss Fat. Hey, I brushed my teeth and then I had to put my gum in my mouth so I can have fresh breath. I didn't want to breathe on y'all 313. You see? Let me stop. Okay, let me get to reading because folks gonna be like, oh, she played too much. She played too much in the morning. All right, let's go. This is the direct examination of Jane. And those who have transcript, it's on page 699. It's on page 699 on yesterday's transcript. All right, it says 699. All right, it says, Miss, would you please stand and raise your right hand? And then the judge says, and when you testify, you may remove your mask. Okay, he swore her in, and the witness says, thank you, which is Jane. The judge says, Miss Appendix, you can question the witness. Miss A said, thank you, Your Honor. Jane, government's witness sworn in direct examination. Miss Appendix, good morning. Jane, good morning. Miss Appendix, now, normally I would ask that you to state and spell your name, your first name and last name. But we're not going to do that today because you are testifying under a pseudonym. Pseudonym. That is correct, Jane. Correct. And what's that pseudonym? Jane. Jane, can you please tell us the month and the year which you were born? September 1989. And you need to move just a little bit closer. And again, can you tell us the month and the year you were born? September 1989. And how old are you now? 37. Please tell the jury where you were raised in Oak Park, Illinois. And can you please tell the jury a little bit about your educational background? I went to junior high school at Emerson. I did homeschool and I did high school at OPRF. And what are some of the activities you participated while you were in high school? Basketball. When did you start playing basketball? I started playing in about 6th grade. And did you continue through junior high and in high school? Yes. Did you take a team photo with your team over the various years where you guys were wearing uniform? Yes. I'm showing you which has been previous marked as Government Exhibit 116. And you should see that on the screen up in front of you. Do you see it there? Yes. And what is Government Exhibit 116? That's my high school photo when I was a sophomore. I believe, and yeah, that was me as part of my basketball team. And you said you were a sophomore? So that's 10th grade? Yes. And you were approximately 15 or 16 years old in the photo? Correct. Your Honor, the government moved that to admit Exhibit 116 and publish to the jury. Any objection? No objection, Mr. Bonjean says. No objection, Mr. Brentley says. It's admitted. You may publish. Government Exhibit 116 admitted into evidence. And again, this is your basketball photo. Correct. And although it's whited out, right there, your number and the team's like name is on that shirt. Is that right?
Yes.
And when did you stop playing basketball?
My junior year in high school.
Now, you mentioned that you were homeschooled at some point during your education career. Is that right?
Yes.
And why were you homeschooled?
Because I was in a music group.
So, you're not going to mention the actual name of the music group during this testimony, but we are, well, just refer to it as a music group. And that's okay with you. Is that okay with you?
That's fine.
How many members were in the group?
A total of 4.
And who were they? Without naming them, without their names, just generally, who were they?
My cousin.
And whose side of the family?
Technically, both sides of our family.
So, you're both mom and your dad's side?
Uh-huh.
Was your family musically inclined,
Yes.
including your parents?
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about what they did in terms of music?
My mom used to sing in a musical group when she was younger, and my dad was a musician.
And you said was a musician? Did your dad pass away?
Yes.
And when was that?
About a year ago.
Jane, can you tell us how the group came together?
Yes. So, it was a group of cousins. My uncle actually started the group. He saw potential in us. We were writers, my cousins were musicians and rappers.
How old were you when the group came together?
I was about 12.
What type of music was the group creating?
It was like positive hip hop music, like Christian hip hop.
And what was your role in the group?
I was like the lead rapper.
Did you also do some singing as well?
Yes,
Did the group have a CD?
we did.
How well did this CD do? Did the public how well did the public react to the CD?
It was very successful overseas. So we were really popular and we went like platinum and gold in like Germany and Europe.
And that was overseas, right?
Correct.
In the United States, how was it? Same or a little bit less?
A little bit less. We were popular like locally, but not as much as we were out the country.
And where did the group perform here locally here? Meaning in the United States.
It would just be like local churches or festivals.
I'm showing you what we previously marked as Government Exhibit 118. Do you see that on the screen there in front of you?
Yes,
And what is the Government Exhibit 118?
that's a photo of me during the group. I'm pretty much I'm pretty sure we looked at for like a magazine or something out of the country.
Yeah. Did the group from time to time take professional photos to use for promotional and CDs and things like that?
Yes.
And is this one of those photos?
It is.
How old were you in that photo?
I was about 13.
Your Honor, the government moves to admit a government exhibit 118 to publish to the jury. Is there any objection? Hearing none, it's admitted, and you may publish. Government exhibit 118 admitted into evidence. So, again, this was one of the photos you took as a part of music group. Is that right?
Yes.
And did you use this in promotional activities? That is what it was for?
Correct.
Now, how? How was that time for you when you were touring with your group, musical group, and playing with your cousins?
It was an amazing time. We were very successful. We got to travel to a lot of different countries. I was living within my dreams. So I was very happy.
And who did you travel with when you all went overseas?
My uncle,
So, an adult chaperone that was where I'm sorry, an adult chaperone that were with you and your cousins?
yes,
I didn't ask this before. How old were your cousins in relations to you?
they're a couple of years older than me. So I was over 13, between like 15, 17.
And during the tours, that's how it started this. Is that when you were doing homeschooling? Is that right?
Yes,
Did you also do some homeschooling when you were not touring? Not tour? Not on tour? When you were back here in the state?
yes,
And why was that?
because we were still traveling. Even though we might not have been like on tour, we were still, we could go over to work on a CD or be called for a show. So I didn't want to enroll back in school.
Okay. At the group's peak, did the group sign like a recording deal or recording arrangement?
Yes,
And how did that make you feel when that happened?
it made me feel accomplished. It made me feel happy.
And how did you see music?
I was very inspired by music. Again, my family was musically inclined and it was very therapeutic for me. So that was my perception of music.
Did you see it I'm sorry. Did you see it as a career? As something you could do for the rest of your life, even for money?
Yes, that was my goal.
Are you familiar with a person named Robert Kelly?
Yes,
And how did you first come to know Mr. Kelly?
through my Aunt Stephanie.
Did you know who he was before you personally met him?
Yes,
And how did you know who he was?
as an artist through his music and his success.
What kind of music was he creating?
R&B music.
And how was it that you heard the music or saw it?
Mm, through television, radio.
The music? His music would be routinely played on the radio?
Correct.
And what about on TV? Like, where would you see him on TV?
Well, in like award shows and different video channels.
And what about, did you see like recordings from live concerts and such on TV?
Yes.
And you had mentioned that you had had an occasion to personally meet Mr. Kelly. Is that right?
Yes.
Can you move a little bit closer to the mic?
Sure.
I think you can actually move it towards you to actual mic. There you go. Did a member of your family have a closer connection with Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
And who was that family member?
Stephanie.
And what side of the how was Stephanie related to you?
She's related to my mom.
So she's your mom's
Sister.
sister? Okay. Uh-huh. And well, let's talk a little bit more about Stephanie in a moment. I said, oh, well, we'll talk about a little bit more about Stephanie in a moment. But when we were talking about how you knew of Mr. Kelly, did you know him to have a stage name?
Yes.
And before you met him, what was that?
R. Kelly.
And he referred to as R. Kelly when you first met him?
Yes.
I'd like to direct your attention to the first time you met Robert Kelly. So that was, I'm directing your attention in 1996 and 1997. How old were you those years?
I was about 12 or 13.
And can you please explain the circumstances around that first meeting?
Mm-hmm.
He came to a gospel concert at my church. Okay, hold on a second, y'all. I need to take a moment break for a second. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me play some music for y'all. Gotta go to the bathroom. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I gotta find some music to play for y'all while I take a moment's break. I'm trying to find some music. Never mind. Let me just go to the bathroom. Talk to each other while I go to the restroom. Talk to each other. Oh, oh, y'all, my leg is asleep. Woo! Woo, I had to go to the bathroom. Hold on, yeah, I'm coming. I have to move the computer to the desk because I'm gonna move the computer to the desk because my legs are going to sleep on me, so I have to sit at the table. Hold on. Okay, now that's better. Woo! I had to sit at the table. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. You guys are early in the morning. It's 62 of y'all. I hope y'all hitting the like button. Wait a minute, let me see what the like button look like. Because then I'm going to stop if I don't see no like. All right, I'm stopping because I only see 36 likes and there's 63 people in here. All right, I'm gonna go lay down because I don't appreciate that. So I'm going to bed. I'm going back to bed because y'all not appreciating me, so I'm gone. All right, guys, I'll see y'all later because this is ridiculous. I got 36 likes and there's 65 of you guys in this chat. Y'all want to hear this stuff, but then y'all don't want to hit the like. So I'll see y'all later. You guys have a good day, and I'm gonna go to take my butt to sleep because y'all not appreciating that. So unless y'all get the likes up, I will not be on. The like button is not going up, so 5, 4, 3, 2. They still don't want to hit the like button, y'all. I'm not doing this with y'all this morning. It's too early in the morning to be selfish. You got 41, Miss Fat? You see 41 on there? Miss Fat, let's see if we can get 50. Because it's 61 people in here now. Thank you. Thank you, 313. Bria says 42. No, I mean, because it's kind of very nasty that somebody could get up this time of morning to get the information to you. All you have to do is hit the like button. No, y'all don't want to hit the like button yet, but you want to sit up in my chat and listen to this stuff. So they're getting off now. No, I'm not doing this with these people today. I'm not. I said I want 50. Your YouTube is hating. So you have 44. I have 43. Okay. What you got, Bree? I want 50. If I don't get 50, I'm getting my behind off this thing. Because if I could get up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and get this stuff over to you, the least you could do is hit the like button. That's the least you could do. But you're in here, right? You're in here. You want to hear what happened at court because y'all wasn't at court. So she's lying about her age. I'm 83 and 39 next week. She's 2 years younger than me, and she's born in 85. It's 55 watching and 44 likes, Miss Fat. You see how it is, I wish there was a way I could do the private because then people that are hitting the like could not be have to suffer. I wish there was a way you could see who hit the likes. Then I could boot those people out. Wish it was going to be like, poof, boot. Like Facebook, you can see who hits your like and who don't. It's 48. Okay, we need 2 more, Miss Bree. Bree, let me see. Let me go look. Y'all see 50 yet? She's lying about her age. Oh, you see 50? Okay, Unique, you see 50? Everybody see 50? Y'all sure y'all see 50? And y'all tell me if it goes down too. Y'all tell me if somebody, because they try to they'll take theirs back down and they want to play those games too. If they take it down, I'm stopping. If it goes back down, I'm gonna keep my eye on this. If it goes down, you know how some people yet the other day they took it down after they hit it. Now, if I see it go down one, I'm stopping, and I'm not joking. Because my prerogative, because I got up this morning to give you guys this transcript reading, and that's what I came to do. So if I can make some sacrifices, you could do the same as well. Okay? I already made the sacrifice of getting this to you guys. All right. Rob and okay. All right, let me go ahead and finish reading this. Okay, y'all ready? Okay. You said it was a gospel concert he was performing there? No, he was just coming as a guest. And at that time, did you know he was going to be there at this event? No. So was your musical group performing at that event? No. What was people's reaction when he showed up? They were very excited. I'm sorry, I forgot. I'm doing her voice. They were very excited. So how so? Can you describe like the energy in the room, like what happened when he walked in? It was like a lot of wows and a lot of whispers, and it was just like a different energy. There was attention drawn to his presence. And again, was he there to perform or anything? Was he? No. Why were people having those did you have that reaction when he walked in? I did. Why? I was excited. I knew who he was as an artist. I knew his level of success. So I was, as a performer, as a person who was inspiring to be in the music industry, I was just excited like every other fan in the room. You said his level of success, and you said you were a fan. Like, are you talking about like superstar level? Yes. What about him? Then made him seem like a superstar. His music, just his he was famous. Seeing him on TV, hearing him on the radio, his level of success at the time. And so at this church concert, did you get to personally meet him? Yes. And how did that happen? Um, it was like backstage, or was when the concert was over, my aunt took me over to where he was and she introduced us. Did you get a chance to have any conversation with him? Yes. I was explaining, how excited I was that he was there. It was pretty general like that. So then when was that next time you met Mr. Kelly in person? The next time I was I remember meeting him in person was when my group was performing and he came to our show that we were having in Chicago. And about how much time had passed. No, I'm sorry. I'm thinking I'm her. Back to the attorney mode. Sorry. Uh, about how much time had passed between that first meeting and the second one? Um, I can't remember exactly. It's probably was like a few months, weeks till months. Okay, not years. No. Weeks or months? Uh-huh. Did you know that he would be there this time at your performance? Or did you know that in advance?
Yes.
How did you know that in advance?
Through my Aunt Stephanie.
And so so when he showed up with this time, what were people's reaction when he came into that concert?
It was the same as before. The crowd was a little bit more youthful, so there was a lot of more morale and excitement, and attention was drawn to him.
And again, so at this time, were you inspiring to be a musician yourself?
Yes.
And how did you feel about Mr. Kelly being able to observe your performance as an artist?
I was very excited.
And how did that performance go?
It went very well. Everything was as I expected to be.
So then, after the performance, did you get to meet Mr. Kelly face to face?
Yes.
Can you explain that? How that interaction went?
Mm, when we got done, I went to the vehicle with my aunt and we were discussing the show. He was telling me how great of a job I did, how the concert went well, and just giving me a little bit pointers of how to handle the stage. And that was pretty much.
What did it mean to you to have the opportunity to meet a superstar at this point in your music career?
I felt successful. I felt happy.
Did you receive any feedback from Mr. Kelly about how the performance was in addition to what you said just now?
Um, just that was pretty much it was pretty much it. That was just the general interaction he did give me.
Jennifer, Miss Bonjean said, I'm sorry. Can you please speak up a little bit into the mic, into the.
Sure, I'm sorry. I did receive feedback. He told me I did a great job. He gave me pointers on how to I handle the stage, what he thought went well, and what just him just critiquing, how the performance went.
How did that make you feel?
It made me feel accomplished. It made me feel happy that such successful person, saying I was gifted. So I was excited.
Now, before we go further, I would like to ask you, Your Honor. Well, first, I'll ask you if you were to see Robert Kelly today, would you be able to recognize him?
Yes.
Your Honor, I'll ask that if you instruct everyone in the courtroom to remove their masks. Remove your mask, please.
Everyone in the courtroom, Your Honor. Can you please take a look around the courtroom and let me know first if you see Robert Kelly in the courtroom? Yes.
Can you please describe an article of clothing he is wearing and where he is located in the courtroom?
A navy blue blazer.
And where is he located in the courtroom?
On the left.
Is he behind me?
Yes.
Seated at the table?
Correct.
Can you further describe any? So stipulated, it's Mr. Kelly, Bonjean says. All right, stipulated. She identified him. Thank you, Your Honor. So, do you see? I believe everyone put their mask back on. Do you did you start to see Mr. Kelly more after the concert where you performed?
Yes.
And how and where did you start seeing him more?
Mm, I would see him at his basketball gym, at the studio, and at restaurant.
And you would do this with Stephanie at this time?
Yes.
Bonjean said, objection to leading, the judge says. Okay, don't lead. Give her Ask open question. Thank you. Who would who would you do this with at the time? My aunt Stephanie. How old were you during this time frame? 13 or 14. Why was you said you were with Stephanie at these times? And when you saw him at the studio, at the gym, and in the restaurant, things like that? Yes. Yes. Why was Stephanie around him so much? Mm, because they were working together musically. Did they also have a personal relationship? Yes. A romantic relationship? Yes. And from whom did you learn that they were had a personal romantic relationship? Stephanie. Were you and Stephanie close? Yes. How close would you describe that relationship? We were very close. I really looked up to her. I admire her. I admire what she did during she was doing musically. And I kind of considered her like my aunt, but like a really close friend as well. What would you do while you were there? You mentioned that you were seeing both of them. You were seeing, and when you would see Mr. Kelly, you were there with Stephanie at the studio. Is that one of the places you said? Yes. And when you were at the studio, excuse me. First of all, what studio are you talking about? Do you recall the name of the studio? BASA BASE Production and Chicago Track. Those are two separate places, as you recall? Correct. What would you do while you were with Stephanie, Mr. Kelly at the studio, and Mr. Kelly at the studio? Mm, I would be there just like kind of hanging out, watching them make music or doing producing or her recording. Did you spend more time at one of those studio or the others? I say I would spend most of my time at Chicago Track. And how many times in your lifetime? So, not just that time, but in your lifetime, how have you been to that Chicago Track studio? Many times. Like tens or hundreds? Hundreds. Can you describe the studio, please? Mm-hmm. Yes. So you pull up to the studio. There's a silver gate, and there are rock gravel. There was like you call to get into the gate. There's a black door. You walk inside of the studio, and there was like a little customer service area where a person who opens the door was. There was rooms, stairs, recording rooms. What type of rooms did you say there was there? Lounge and recording rooms. What's a lounge room? Lounge were where people could sleep or where people would wait before they went into session. And can you describe to the jury what the studio is and what it looks like and the studio rooms? There was a lounge area that was like they had a bathroom in it with a couch, a TV, and refrigerator. There was one like there was like an office space with chairs, desks, file cabinet. And the studio room themselves, what were those like? What did they look like? The studio room? Studio rooms? Yes. Where? The recording took place? The recording took place? Is that where recording took place? In the studio room? Yes. So there were like vocal booths. There were vocal booths and like other lounge. Yeah. Before you your testimony today, did you review some photos that you had identified as photos of the Chicago track studio? Yes, I did. Yes. And were that studio located? Was that the studio located? I'm sorry. And where was that studio located? On Larbury? Larbury? Is that in Chicago? Uh-huh. I'm going to hand these to you. Now, I'm showing you a group of photos. They were Government Exhibit 114. Does that say 114? Yes. 114A through T. Please take a moment to look through those photos and let me know when you're finished. Please. She sits at the table, y'all, and she's got this photo album and she's going through the photo album, just looking at pictures, okay? And then she says, "Sure, I'm done. Thank you." Now, you do Government Exhibit 114A through T. Are those the photos that you reviewed prior to your testimony that you were that you're talking about? Yes. Do those photos truly and accurately depict portions of the interior and exterior of Track Studio as it looked during the time frame where you were describing? That's 1996 and 1997. And were you 12 or 13 years old? Yes. Your Honor, the government moves to admit Government Exhibit 114A through T to publish them to the jury. Is there any objection? No objection, Bonjean says. No objection, Brentley says. Court, the judge. No objection, we'll admit it. You may publish them. Government Exhibit 114A through T admitted into evidence. I am showing you what's marked as 114A. Do you see that there? Yes. What is the depict in 114A? That's the entry to Chicago Track Studio. What depicts in this photo? That's the call box to enter the gate. And do you have to use a call box every time you were trying to go inside the actual building? Yes. What depicts in Government Exhibit 114C? That's the doorway into the studio. So after you go through the gate, then you go through the door? Yes. What's depicted in 114D? That's the gate of the studio. And so the main entrance is on the other side. Is it? Of this? Uh-huh. Showing you what is marked as Government Exhibit A. What's depicted here? I'm sorry, Exhibit E. 114E. That is like the hallway and like looks like the office area of the studio. So the doorway opening is into that what room? The office. We will get closer in. Will we? Oh, I'm sorry. We will get closer in. What's depicted? Oh, I'm sorry. What's depicted in 114F? That's inside the office space. And this is it as it appears at the time frame that you were visiting Chicago Track? Yes. What depicted in Government Exhibit 114G? That is another angle of the office. What is those things around the wall there? Those are different albums that were very successful. And you're saying that they were very successful? How do you know that? Is there something in the photos that that's how it is when it's like a platinum, multi-platinum dollars sales records? And you're familiar with this record, an album that is depicted here? Yes. What is that? That's the 12 play album. Can you take that? I'm sorry. Can you take that down for a second? You showing that been previously marked at, I'm sorry, showing you what's previously marked at Exhibit 120, Government's Exhibit 120. Do you see there on the screen in front of you? Yes. What is Government Exhibit 120? That's the album cover of 12 play album. That's a blown up picture of what you're seeing just identified on the wall in the office? Yes. Your Honor, the government would move to admit Government Exhibit 120. Any objection? Bongine, no objection. Brittany, no objection. Admitted. You may publish. Government Exhibit 120 admitted into evidence. All right. There we go. All right, there we go. I apologize, y'all. All right, there we go. What is depicted in Government Exhibit 120? That is album cover for 12 play. That's the album that you saw on the wall. Didn't I read this part? Why are they saying it again, y'all? They saying it again. Okay, let me. I'm gonna move on because they said it twice. We already read that part. I don't know why they said it twice. She says yes. And is this how Mr. Kelly looked when you met him? Yes. They show a picture of Robert, the 12th play, when he has on that vest and has those numbers on that vest, and he's bald headed. Okay, all right, that's what they showed. The 12 play album cover. Is that how Mr. Kelly looked when you met him? Yes. Meaning his shape and build? Correct. Did you have I'm sorry, did he have a bald head when you met him? When he met you? I'm sorry. When you first met him for the first time? Yes. He has hair. Was he always bald or no? He would wear it bald, and sometimes he would wear it like in a fade. So going back to tracks. All right. So we left off at Government Exhibit I believe. Now we're on Government Exhibit 114H. What's depicted in Government Exhibit 114A? This is another angle of the office space. And again, there are other albums, and album 12 play is up. Yes. And other places in the office? Yes. Showing you Government Exhibit 114I. What's depicted in a 114I? This is the other angle of the office. Are this photo here, are there, you aware of, yes. Yeah, I said because there's a dash, two dashes. I'm trying to act like her, okay? So if I sound crazy, this is exactly what was happening in the courtroom, okay? I'm trying to reenact it exactly as it was, so I'm not confused. It's what it is. All right. Yeah, I'm at about 5 o'clock. I'm gonna stop because I gotta go take a shower and stuff and get myself ready. So you guys have about another 15 minutes of this, okay? If I don't stop, I'll finish it when I come back, okay? Let's see. I'm gonna try to get through it, guys. Okay, I lost my spot. Again, what is this depicted in this area? This is the lounge area. Is it near the office or part of the office that we just saw? It's connecting, yes. Again, what is depicted in 114K? The office is in the background, and this is part of the lounge space. And whose lounge space and whose office were those? Robert's. And when you say Robert, are you referring to him as Robert in your testimony? That's fine. And when you say Robert, do you mean the defendant, Robert Kelly? Is that right? Yes. Showing you what is marked as a government exhibit 114L. What's depicted there? That's the lounge area. Again, is this Robert Kelly's lounge area? Yes. An office? Showing you that marked as government exhibit 114M. What's depicted here on the wall on the in the furniture? There's a remote control. That's the couch that was in the Roberts Lounge, as well as a different accomplishment that are hanging from different album covers or music that he produced. And you were talking about a little bit about more later. I'm sorry. We'll talk a little bit about it a little bit more later. But is this a couch that was in the lounge that you just mentioned in the other photos? Yes. Government Exhibit 114O. What's that depicted here? What's depicted here? That's the lounge space, that Robert's lounge space and the bathroom. And would you when you were at the studio during this time, 1996, 1997, did you use the lounge area? Were you up here in this room and use this bathroom? Yes. What's depicted in Government Exhibit 114P? That's the TV that was in the lounge, as well as the bathroom area. And what is depicted in Exhibit 114Q? That's the bathroom in the lounge. And what's this in 114R? The shower that the lounge is in, and in the bathroom. What's depicted in 114S? This is another space that was part of the studio that was used for working out and practicing, and another lounge area. And finally, 114T. That is the office space. All right. So turning back to when you visit the studio with Stephanie, you mentioned that you were watching them do their thing in terms of making music. Is that right? Yes. And how was it for you to have those experiences? It was really nice to see them working and collaborating. And what were your interaction with Mr. Kelly at this time? What were your interaction with Mr. Kelly at this time in the studio? And again, this time is what we're talking about, 1996, 97, when you first started going to the studio. I was going there and watching him as an artist, watching my aunt as an artist, and they were just producing music, and it was at that time. Would you have conversation with Mr. Kelly? Yes, yes. What was the general nature of the conversation? What would you talk about? Well, we would talk about basketball. We would talk about music, my goals as an artist, and how I was doing in school. It was general conversations like that. So, how many times a week would you visit the Chicago Track Studio again around the time period early on? Maybe twice a week. Now, During the time period, again, when you were 12, 13 years old, what, if any, did Stephanie instruct you to do to help foster your closer relationship with you and Mr. Kelly? Now, y'all listen to this closely. Listen to this closely. She would she told me that I should ask him to be my godfather. Did you hear this, y'all? Y'all hear that? I'm going to repeat it. She told me that I should ask him to be my godfather and that I should sit on his lap. Do y'all hear that? I'm going to repeat it again. She told me that I should ask him to be my godfather and that I should sit on his lap and I should rub his head and ask him if he would play that role in my life. Bam! Y'all, I'm reading it directly from the transcript. Okay? Okay? I just want to get that part out of it. So now I can go take my shower. I can go take my shower now, y'all. Hold on, let me run the water because that water take a little bit time for me to Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me go turn the water on. Hold on. It takes time for this water to get warm, hot. Check my cash app. Okay, Kim, I will. But y'all, did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? I'm gonna repeat what she said. She said she told me that I should ask him to be my godfather and that I should sit on his lap and I should rub his head and ask him if he could play the role in my life. And did you do that? Did you do that? Yes. And at the time, did you want to have a closer relationship with Mr. Kelly? Yes. For what purpose at that time? He was just that person I looked up to. I was very inspired by him, his talent. He was fun. We had a lot in common. Music, basketball and music. So I thought it would be a good idea. Y'all, you see how they all prayed on Mr. Kelly, y'all? You see how they prayed on that man? Okay. All right, here we go. I really just want to stop right here because I wanted to linger in your mind. To linger in your mind. To linger in your mind. Jason, you're about okay. Why is there several Jasons in here, y'all? There's a red Jason and a gray Jason. Y'all, I'm about to block Jason, y'all. Block him. Because there's two Jasons in here. There's two Jason Finch. There's a red one and there's a brown one. Block him. Block both of them. Let me see if I can block him. Thank you, Rabbit. Okay, thank you, Rabbit, for blocking him. Because I see there was two of them in here. Y'all heard that, right? So this is a good spot for me to stop because I definitely got to go ahead and take my shower because I like to take my time in the morning, do my prayers and stuff like that, meditate, talk to God. And so I'm about to leave. I just want to stop in that spot and we'll continue later on today in that spot. So this helps you guys to understand what was happening. Okay? Yeah, I got your Cash App, Rob. Thank you so much. I thought I called you out yesterday. All the people that gave Cash App, I called them out. So today, later on today, I'll do a shout out to all those who bless me, who's been blessing me and things like that. Cause y'all, your girl, remember, your girl ain't working for the next 4 weeks. So anything that you give, guys, is appreciated. But I wanted to bring it to you guys. And I know it's not you're not obligated to give me anything. I am going to eat rabbit because yesterday I got very sick because I'm diabetic. So yesterday morning I did not eat, and at one point in the courtroom I got very very sick. I got really sick. I was like, and it felt like I've never had to experience that before. It felt like my tongue was like feeling like numb, and then it's like it was kind of weird. I had a weird feeling because I didn't eat anything. So this morning I'm gonna make sure I get some protein in me and a little bit of sugar, a little bit, so my sugar level doesn't go down. I gotta remember I am a diabetic. I know I'm fighting it like I'm not. I try to play that role that I'm not, but I gotta realize that I am, and I can't play the game with my body and stuff. So I gotta make sure I eat You know what, y'all? I'm so goofy. I closed the computer and I'm still talking to y'all because I'm talking to y'all from my phone and didn't realize I was talking to y'all on my phone. But guys, thank you guys, everybody who came in. I am losing it, y'all. I am losing it. I was talking to you guys on my phone and I had closed my laptop. I forgot I had turned the StreamYard on my laptop and not on my computer. Oh, okay. So I will see you guys later. After I take my shower, I'll be on with my little journey to the courtroom. And I will go. I have to get myself some breakfast this morning. And I will chat with you in a few, okay? Did you see Sparkle and Roshana live? Yes, Spitting Fire. Yes, I seen it. And you know, I at Jennifer with it, you know, on Twitter. I at her. Um, yeah, guys, it's going down because Stephanie is one of the witnesses, y'all. Stephanie's supposed to be one of the witnesses, I think. That's what I heard. Um, but I am about to take my butt to take a shower. Thank you guys who have blessed me. I appreciate what you guys are doing. I appreciate you guys for your donation because it does help. It does help. It helps me to get my food and stuff like that. So again, I will see you guys in a few. I see you guys in a few. I can't wait till today, y'all. That's why I got to get in there and sit there and hear it all. But you know, guys, since we do have transcript, I'll come back tomorrow morning and read it to you guys. And tomorrow is Friday, Saturday, so I get to read all of it for you guys. All right. See you later, darlings. Hands down, Mama Sylvia, you're simply amazing. Going all out for RSK. We love and appreciate you. Oh, Mercy, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, she's mad. She's mad because the government made them testify. Well, she better expect it. Better expect it. You know, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for her to come in and do her testimony. It's gonna be crazy. And then the mama's gonna testify too. Oh, child. All right, y'all. I gotta get in the shower because I don't like my paws. I just hit my knees. Lord Jesus, I just hit my knees. Oh, Father, I see stars. Oh, Jesus, I just hit my knees, y'all. I hit my knees. I hit my knees on the chair. Oh my God, I just hit my knees. Oh, I see stars. I see stars. I hit my knees. I hit my knees. I hit my knees. Jesus, 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 Jesus. I gotta get off this. Let me get off this live. All right, guys. Bye. Oh, pray that my knees is not. Lord, I just hit my knees. Lord Jesus. Okay. All right, gotta go. Gotta go. I see stars. Bye.